Students, welcome to today's class. So last class I am explaining you about chapter 7 cyber safety. In that I have explained you different types of malware, how to protect your identity, how to log in on a website. Everything I have explained you. Today I will explain you about privacy, cookies and different types of cyber safety. So let's start privacy. So everyone take out your book and open page number 117. Privacy. From an individual's point of view, privacy of data means what type of data he or she can share with other user on a computer networks. Means what type of data you want to share while using social networking sites such as Facebook. You can control the privacy setting to decide who can access your data or information by designating access to data as public. So everyone has access, friends, custom, so you can set whom you want to show your data. It is important to know that you should avoid keeping your privacy setting as public so that your information and content posted on this site by you are visible to only your friends and not to everybody, including who can do any crime or something. Let's learn how to alter the privacy setting for an Facebook account. So log in onto your Facebook account and click on the down arrow head at the top right. From the menu that appears, select the setting option. In the left pane, select privacy icon to display the privacy related settings. Next, who can see your future posts? Click on the edit button from the drop down menu, select friends. Make sure that only contacts can be view the contents posted by you. In the next session, make sure that you set only me option for the question. You can set only me for the question. Who can see your friends list? This will make sure that all your friends and their details are visible to you only, not to anybody else. Similarly, change the privacy settings for others field as required. So while making the changes to the privacy setting, your goal should be to make sure that your personal information and content is visible only to you and your friends whom you know. They should not be made public. Next is cookies. So when you browse the web, it is a software. You need to know that some website that you are visit could be storing your web pages, web usage patterns and other personal information in small pieces of software. They are called cookies. So cookies is a software where keep track of all your records and which website you are surfing, what information you are searching. So cookies is a software. You can install this software to keep track of your website. So cookies are data sent from a website and stored in a user's web browser while a user in browsing website. These cookies contain personal information and allow the website company to build profile of sites that you visit over time. They do this to gather information about particular population buying the product that can be sold to other companies. So there is a risk to the privacy of your information in allowing your browser to accept cookies. So guarding your privacy from cookies. So do not allow your browser to store cookies and clear cookies from your computer manually from time to time. So if you are using Internet Explorer, in order to disable cookies, follow the steps. Open the Internet Explorer by clicking on the Start button, then click Internet Explorer. Click the Tools button, then click Internet option. Click on the Privacy tab under Settings. Move to the slider to top to block all the cookies, then click on OK. So click on the Privacy tab under Settings, move the slider to the top to block all the cookies and then click on OK. So blocking cookies might prevent some web pages from displaying correctly. Confidentiality of information. Confidentiality is the contents of computer system, means allowing only authorized user can access sensitive and protected data. Specific mechanism ensure confidentiality and safety of data from harmful intruders. Sensitive information like your phone numbers, your credit card details should be disclosed to authorized users only. Different organizations adopt different practices to ensure confidentiality of data. The two most common ones are as follows: the the authentication process that ensure that authorized users are accessing confidential user identification and password. Suppose whom you have given your ID identification password. This is also includes biometrics authentication using a person's physical characteristic like fingerprints, palm prints, face and hand geometry. They will able to recognize. In phone also people are giving their fingerprints. No one else can open their phone. To establish his identity for the purpose of access control, role based access control, RBAC. This restricts a network access in a business or organization based on a person's role within that organization. So nowadays role based access controls restrict network access in a business or other organization based on a person's role within that organization. What is the role? A person's role within that organization. So nowadays it has become one of the main methods of advanced access control. In bigger organizations, employees are only allowed to access the information necessary to effectively perform their duties. They are effectively doing their duties or not. In addition, access to computer resources can be limited to specific tasks such as ability to view, create or modify a file. As a result, lower level employees usually do not have access to sensitive data. So lower level employees they do not use the sensitive data if they do not need it to fulfill their responsibility. For example, an accountant of the sales department of a company can access the accounts data of his department only. Only he can access his department only. But the accounts manager has the authority to access accounting data of all the departments for financial decision making. Now, cyber stalking. Cyber stalking, sometimes also referred to as internet stalking, e-stalking or online stalking. It is a criminal practice where an individual uses the internet to systematically harass or threaten someone. Cyber stalking means they will follow you. They will use internet to harass or threaten someone. By taking the information from the internet, they use to threaten someone. This crime can be perpetrated through emails, social media, chat rooms, instant messaging, clients and many other online medium. It is nowadays very common, so children, while using the internet you must be careful. Do not disclose your personal information. Cyber stalking can also occur in conjunction with more traditional forms of stalking where offender harasses the victim offline. They used to harass, they used to humiliate the victim offline. Many government, including the government of India, made cyber stalking as an offense punishable by law. So cyber stalking is one of the several cyber crimes that have been enabled by the internet. So it is one of the popular cyber crime that has been enabled by the internet. It overlaps with cyberbullying and cyber luring, in that in any one of them almost The same techniques are used social media, blogs, photo sharing sites, and many other commonly used online sharing activities provide cyber stalkers with a wealth of information that help them to plan their harassment. They used to take your photographs there by following your blogs, your social media, then they try to harass the person by collecting personal data, profile pages, and making notes of frequented locations, photo tag, blogs, post, which photo you are using, tags, blog posts. Cyber stalkers can begin to keeping tabs on individuals' daily life. They used to keep track of individuals' daily life. So, a victim of cyber stalking should take this steps given below. If you are a minor, inform about the harassment to your parents or some other adult you trust. Suppose you are minor means you are below 18. So inform. Suppose anyone is harassing you, anyone is threatening you, so inform your parents or adult about your trust. File a complaint with cyber stalkers internet service provider who is using threatening you, so file a complaint. Collect evidence, document instance or threat, and create a blog of harassment attempts. Present documentation to local law enforcement and explore legal ways to stop the stalker. So collect all the evidence, all the documents, how they are harassing, everything. Tap their phones and record their phones and go to the cyber law, then they will help you. Get a new email address and increase privacy settings on public site. So get a new email address and increase privacy setting there. Get professional privacy protection software installed on your computer. So professional privacy protection software installed on your computer. A victim of cyber stalking should under no circumstances agree to meet the stalker in person. So a victim of cyber stalking should under no circumstances agree to meet the, suppose anyone is victim, they are not agreed to meet the stalker in person. Reporting a cyber crime. How to report a cyber crime? So cyber crimes are nowadays very popular. Cybercrime result in dreadful consequences of victims, but these threats can be tackled if the victims knows how to approach a cyber crime cell, internet police. The following are some guidelines to approach the same. In case of the cybercrime, the victim should preserve and download all the digital evidence against the hacker like screenshot, videos, email, SMS or contact numbers. The victim should contact and lodge a formal criminal complaint with the local police. You can lodge a criminal complaint with the local police. The local police will guide or hand over the case to cyber cell. Suppose the local police, the victim, if you are a victim of cybercrime, so lodge a formal complaint with the local police. The local police will guide and hand over the case to the cyber cell, internet police, and you will be contacted in due time by the authorities. In 2013, an Indian parliament made cyber stalking a criminal offence under the Indian Penal Code IPC. Any person found guilty of cyber stalking would be liable to imprisonment up to 3 years for the first offence and shall also be liable to a fine, and for any subsequent conviction would be liable for imprisonment up to 3 to 5 years or 5 years with a fine. They have to go to the jail for 5 years with a fine. So online reporting of cyber stalking can be done by emailing the complaint to the cyber crime cell, internet police of the concentrated state. You can also lodge the complaint directly in the local police station, personally or through post. You can also use the links to report an incident by cyber cell. So in this way, suppose any crime, you are a victim of cyber crime, you can inform the local police, then local police will give you the hand over the case to cyber cell. So in this way you can stop the cyber crime. So that's all for today. See you in next class.